this is the craziest part, is that Falcons, they lose the damage fight up top, but their retreat still gives them priority into the zone, and now it is closing. So ZZ have no choice but to rush into Pioneers. The remainder of this Ninjas in Pajamas do-rags fight. Up on the top, you can tell right now, ZZ struggling behind a tree, have very little space left to play, and Ninjas in Pajamas are committing to the low ground again on this north side, eliminating the competition. Do-rags go down, but Kurev melts immediately. ZZ picking up some of the kills, and again, still looking at Falcons as the one other team that they're really looking at to win the game. ZZ need to win the damage fight, and they do, with Zach landing that huge shot onto Walsey. Falcons have lost two, but it's a trade onto Guild. Zach's got to play this safe, as DMG from the high ground could still come in on the other side of this, sliding in onto Hal. It looks like ZZ want to finish the fight, but that's opening things up for DMG to come in behind them and sweep out ZZ. But at this point, it's a matter of not overextending. Leave No Witnesses have done the damage on 8th Gang on the low ground. A couple of nades would round him out, but looking at the inventory, you'll notice they don't really have them. Leave No Witnesses don't have sustain of any kind, so damage will stick to this squad. Unreal Nightmare and Pioneers, the teams that have to exit the building, that's got to be the focus right now.
You can see all of the fences down on that low ground. Pioneers trying to do what they can to keep themselves safe. Hopefully the altar giving them a little bit of space to move, but they are forced to leave the building, and the PK is what's putting in work. Cruel Buckle once again keeping them alive. Unreal Nightmare eliminated instantly, and Pioneers are able to switch their focus on over to Leave No Witness.
And he has Accelerator, so he's got the Stinger back. Cruel Buckle gonna move on over. Doesn't use the Stinger, he uses it on his side defensively. He gets shot in the back. Good lord, 8th Gang come up and clap them, but that leaves Leave No Witnesses with all the high ground, all the cover. Kuzme on the low ground will get shredded through by the RE45, and Leave No Witnesses make the comeback to take game 2. Yeah, Thuggets do just completely send it down the hill onto Pioneers. Cruel Buckle's got the Accelerator. Much last game, we could see that turn into something, but it'll get shut down pretty quickly by the 30-30s. Nice guys contributing from the low ground. Leave No Witnesses gonna go down, and that puts us into a top 5 situation as do-rags want to push it even further. There goes the Gibby Bubble for an isolated 3v3. The Thuggets go down, and the do-rags, they've got a game plan. Let me tell you, bubble into send it seems to be working pretty well.
TP back to their safe spot as well. The do-rags are on the northern side of the map at the absolute height, looking to make sure they can close this game out as they're hovering everybody else, needing to fight their way in towards the center of the zone essentially. Do-rags making a great play right there as they actually re-engage on that duo, sending the trio and winning that fight now as we see Miles crabering Davis, and now everybody else is collapsing on each other as Riley is trying to make that RE45 sing. Doesn't quite hit anything just yet though.
It is this kind of zone, though, where Alter, or rather Catalyst, the most picked controller of this game, can make such a big difference. Sentinels saving the wall, not quite able to use it to get themselves any safety, are going to go down. Unreal Nightmare and Nice Guys out as well. It's just up to do-rags and a duo of Sentinels. Finally, the wall goes out, and it is puny. It does nothing. The do-rags slide in, and from the high ground, execute the game plan perfectly. They bubble, they kill.
DMG and TSM are looking in the most promising spot right now. I would honestly say TSM even might be in the better spot if they can hold out in front of them where Cody right now is standing. Nice guys, Unreal Tournament, CIMJ are right now collapsing on each other. 3 teams right now are looking to do something happen. CIMJ actually disengages and gets back out as the duo they are, as ROC Esports and Nice Guys and Unreal Nightmare are real close to each other and all throwing hands.
Just looking to get some full kills here, trying to get one more cleared out onto Cody. ROC is in a rough spot. Nice Guys eliminated. Like you said, TSM still in a relatively comfortable position, trying to see if they can clean up any of the chaos that's going down right now. They've got DMG right in front of them, CIMJ in front of ROC, and ROC's able to clear them out. ROC has given themselves a little bit of breathing room with Unreal Nightmare across the way, and this could be an opportunity because Unreal Nightmare took the Wraith portal.
We saw one of ROC members get knocked earlier, but right now we see TSM versus ROC. It comes down to this fight here. TSM, ROC, and DMG. Who's going to be aping each other first? DMG gets eliminated by TSM, and ROC had that wall. They're playing around their cat wall and the Qs from Newcastle as they're getting 2 downs with the Stinger Bolt indeed. And now it comes out to a 2v1 with the PKs, but this should be an easy cleanup for this team as ROC Esports takes game.
A drop down seems inevitable from this squad and would put them basically right on top of the Durags, whose only entrance is onto this patio. Team Liquid playing underneath have got all the time in the world, but Guild is the one that puts the pressure to him. ZZ dropped down, and ZZ changed the course of the game, taking Hot Dog Mafia's space. Guild goes down immediately, however, as Sheila cleans him up, and Zach heads for the hills in the hopes of finding a mobile res later. They've already put it down, and on Crypto, Zach can make this happen. Liquid Alienware go for the push to finish off Ape Gang, who got aggressive enough to finish off ZZ. We're down to 3 squads. Liquid Alienware and Ape Gang are fighting, and the Durags from back where Liquid Alienware came from have now executed a very clean sandwich.
Liquid Alienware is in a great spot here. Durags has to move first.
Whoa!
Now, are Durags gonna collapse on Ape Gang or not? They will indeed. They're all on the same spot here. It looks like Liquid Alienware could close out this game as long as they are patient. We'll have to see.
Eth picks the fight. Eth gets enough of an opening for Durags that they all commit onto Ape Gang. Liquid Alienware are the only ones in this building. They're watching it all go down. Ape Gang fall. It's 3 members of the Durag, but it's 3 broken health bars on the Durags. Liquid Alienware commit, and again, with 3 Peacekeepers, Liquid Alienware will go from last place to finding a win.
Gil keeps it going right now, but he gets fuse ulted solo. Poor Gil gets absolutely eviscerated. ROC in a great spot to close out this series, or this game, and potentially this series if they get enough KP. But that might not be enough to take the first place. They are, however, in a great spot as the team above them has to drop down below first. And Thuggets in a spot where they have walls right now, looking to see if, hey, can we force the other 2 teams to fight each other?
ROC need every single KP. They need to take this fight. These nades must land if ROC want a chance at winning the day. Otherwise, it will be ZZ. Vaxlon playing slow with the Kraber behind the walls is now going to have to swing CIMJ, and this opens everything up because on the high ground, you know that they are watching and waiting for a third party. As ROC commit onto the low ground, Thuggets wait in the wings for their chance to swoop in and claim the victory. CIMJ still alive, but the Thuggets start coming in and peppering in shots from above. Saucerer climbing over on half HP, needs to commit for something, has no points to work with, but they could still pass Pioneers with just 6 points. It's 3 squads left. ROC are down, and the Thuggets from above take game 6.
Thuggets from above indeed. The last team needing to move. They opted for the height after eliminating both Falcons and then CC from that river. Managed to close out the game.
5 squads left, and Killer Whales continue to impress. 07 pushing it onto Roadhouse. Roadhouse have the high ground, and they throw that all away. Blast drops down, takes down Nasky with the help of Aku, but Roadhouse have dropped into the meat grinder, and 07 will take down yet another squad. EMEA IGL's reigning strong, but now with Kashera the last one left, it's up to him to hold on for Cybercats, who could save them. Kashera swings out, gets a nice knock, gets finished off. 07 are down, 3 squads left. It is Killer Whales, it is Onyx, and it is Cybercats. And as I say that, finally, the Killer Whales will be taken down. Cybercats and Onyx, the last ones left. Cybercats have been here since minute 1, Graceful.
It's been a phenomenal pick from Onyx surviving that for now and even getting the reason as Cybercat is playing aggressively with that ghost angle, with the movement, and gets that almost first down.
The RE45 is working for Ranches, and the 30-30 closes it out. Cybercats with the win in our first game of the split. It's up to UAIM to go for the fight at the perfect time. If UAIM want to win this, they have to push Cybercats at the same time as FaZe push Citadel, and FaZe are pushing Citadel right now. Cybercats going for the play.
Still in a glorious spot here, Dia. UAIM is a duo, so they're trying to stay alive just as long as possible. Like you said, FaZe plan to go down. It's all up to Cybercats to close back-to-back wins out. Are they going to be able to do this?
Citadel won that fight so cleanly that they may be able to take this away from Cybercats. I mean, Cybercats picked the fight at the right time, but Citadel are all over them right now. Redix slides in with the Peacekeeper, and it is 1 member left. Make it 2 as the res did go off, but it still looks like an easy win for Citadel as Catalyst does, in fact, clinch them the endgame.
Yeah, I mean, FaZe landing a phenomenal spot after wiping Citadel Gaming earlier with that EMP play. Now have a lot of space here as 07 is struggling in between the silos as they get eliminated by that frag at the end. Now there's 1 rat and 3 full teams alive here as FaZe is slowly going down on everybody else, as they are just hunting them down with these snipers essentially as people are getting poked. Roadhouse down to 2 people on 1 HP and Sane wide peaks with that PK gets the first down.
Then that's enough for FaZe to push. They know that this building means so much in the end game. Cybercats are going to fall meanwhile. Roadhouse still alive on the inside, but FaZe Clan know that the third party could happen at any moment, and it does. UAIM come in to finish the fight, and it's FaZe versus UAIM. Neither has the inside of the building, both playing around the outside. Zane goes for the first pop, doesn't connect, ends up getting his shield shredded, and joins up with the rest of the squad, only to fall, and so quickly do they fall in the face of UAIM.
And Alliance have just survived from building to building, been unpunished for it, and now they've set themselves up very well for these final circle moments.
They're even in longer than UAIM on the outside, it looks like. They're gonna have to fight the team above them that has to drop, but they will actually have the leeway of needing to wait for them to drop. They don't have to be the first ones to move. They can actually just wall outside, put the gen behind, make sure that the other teams above them have to make the play. But we saw an EP come out there from UAIM. He went down though, no more EP in play I believe, as now it comes down to raw gunfire and abilities here from Alliance and the team above them. Denzi right there made a TP play. Now they're gonna see if they're gonna have to drop or take the TP, as Unlucky is just holding it down.
This is a massive opportunity for Alliance, though, because UAIM dropped down onto Passionate and Endure, so Alliance, like you said, only has to focus on SJP2. If they're able to win this fight, then they will own the high ground real estate, and the PK is putting in work for Alliance right now. They're able to get 2 of those knocks. UAIM down below is eliminated, and Alliance owns the high ground. They can wait this out to get the win.
Huge play from Hawkins. They're taking the off angle right there. They actually won the fight for absolute height against UAIM and also SGP2 now as they're closing down Effect, running at Phoenix. Comes down to PK5 versus Missy and he takes it home. Alliance, the form that we've been waiting for.
Newcastle and Gibraltar, the best jiggle peekers in the game. And Unlucky knows exactly what to do in that situation. Take flight, get pushed out of the low ground. It is just Luxor hiding underneath the... I'm going to go with the word gazebo for this one, but oh my god, we're sending Alliance. That's 1 down. Unlucky's going to fall immediately after, and this is an Animals play from Shex. Passion going to go down. Denze sends it to finish the fight, but Effect, seemingly invincible, and all these knockdown shields, lands another pump before going down. SJP2 making a quick recovery after an insane play on the low ground. Cybercats fight for the gazebo, and it's Zane on FaZe that has taken the majority of the damage. Ranches has to drop down. Cybercats play low and slow, getting Elonzi back into the game, but now FaZe, they've got Cybercats in their sights. Ranches swings to finish off Zane. Maybe FaZe have gone a step too far. Ranches gets finished off as he tries to climb the stairs. SS11 tries the same, but the low to high ground disparity makes things very difficult for Cybercats, and they drop down. How do they get up? I don't know. That's a problem for future Cybercats.
I hope that they have an evac, because otherwise it's going to be a tough time here as SGP2 cleans up FaZe on top, as they were only down to 2 people, I believe, as they try to reset right there. Flight still alive, down to 1 last member right there, trying to make as many points as he can through placement potentially, as Ranches runs in with the zone on pretty much 1 tick of the zone. FaZe Clan gets eliminated, Cats also now eliminated, and Flight ratted to talk to the...
I mean, well played from Flight, but SJP2 with the unhinged send on to Alliance secured this game way before the last zone started closing. I mean, Effect is doing so much that his team is able to hit a reset and barely be shot at. I mean, even Ranches, who we're complimenting, doesn't have the time to get an angle. Hackis gets re-looted, gets ready to take an endgame fight, and it's one that they'll be participating in. Not if Ranches has anything to say about it, though. 150 to the dome, and he backs off immediately. Cybercats playing together right now, especially with SJP2 right next door to them. Cybercats cannot afford to lose a single member. A Kraber Collat in the corner would go crazy, but Ranches isn't looking for it just yet. Instead, knowing that Alliance on the low ground are yet another team that could threaten the victory.
Nice shots though with the RE45. Before right there, they got Hawkins down with the Kraber shot, but now they're in a stalemate almost here with that wall coming up as Alliance is looking to poke their heads out and say, hey, you guys shot at us, we're gonna shoot back at you guys. However, while they were doing that, they got surrounded by 07 as Nasky takes out 2 members of Alliance. It takes all of them out now. Cybercats as well helps that out as 2 teams are playing for top and 1 team is playing for bottom.
3 squads left.
Looking in a great spot right now.
Cybercats are doing so well, just pressuring SJP2 into a corner, keeping their moves to a minimum, but 07 have slain Alliance already. Can they come up and take this victory away from Cybercats? SS11 almost overcommits, but now SJP2 are forced down onto the low ground right next door to 07. This is the perfect sandwich for Cybercats. 07 playing patiently in the corner. Will they be forced into the zone? This is the big question, is what does the zone force you to do? Kearney gets forced into Cybercats. It's Cybercats that are getting melted by SJP2, and you know what that means? It means 07 are coming in for the victory. Peacekeepers out, Elonsy down, and 07 take the win in game